Hello, wonderful people. My name is Courtney.
I'm Dallas.
And this is the channel, The Hopping Hermits, and this is our home.
We've been living in this 30-foot Fleetwood Pace Arrow for about 2 months now, and we'd like to show you around a little bit.
We've gotten a good feel for what it's like to live in this kind of space the last 2 months, and in the future we hope to move into a van, so this is definitely a step in the right direction, and we're definitely learning a lot about small spaces and what's functional and what's not functional, and things that we would put in a van that we wouldn't have thought of otherwise if we didn't live in this RV. Right. So let's start with the outside.
So this is our front yard area, really great for hosting guests. We've got a nice little porch here to hang out on, and if you turn around here, we've got this really great wire spool table that's just perfect kneeling height. Really awesome to get people over here and just watch the sun go down and have a couple drinks and just really enjoy being out here on the ranch. And also, I'd like to say that we're living on my parents' 10-acre horse ranch just down the road from their house is up there, and this is all our property as far as you can see in either direction except for the other side of the street. We get really good rainbows out from the east and really great sunsets and really great sunrises and tons of wildlife, coyotes and rabbits and foxes, and everything's hopping around out here. Come on, let's go inside and take a look around.
This is our grand living room, front room, whatever you want to call it. We have a nice chair here that can, what's the word?
Recline.
It can recline, so that's nice. Have just a nice table here, and our couch is quite comfortable. It's really nice to hang out at the end of the day, and we oftentimes put a computer right here just to watch some TV and zone out. We have a 5-gallon jug of water here for drinking. It's nice to keep it cold and separate. Behind this curtain is the driver's seat. So we don't really need to access it too much, but it's mostly storage and sleeping bags, backpacks, things that we kind of use fairly often, but not enough to where we need to get to it every day. And then this is just some random storage. We eat a lot of rice, so that's kind of our rice storage, and then we're able to keep some pots and pans in there. And then let's move on to the kitchen. This is our dining room. Pretty simple, pretty comfortable. We have a nice curtain here to keep the sun out because the sun sets right there. Nice lights to make it a little homey. Gosh. And
She's crawling with baby spiders.
and it's nice to hang out. It's a perfect dining table. You really don't need much more. The only thing that I would change is that we're thinking about in our van is we don't really have a lot of counter space. So we do a lot of cooking prep on here, but it's kind of at an awkward height. It's kind of bending over cutting vegetables, and when you're sitting down it's kind of high. So one thing that we're going to do in our van is make a good height table for us so we can stand and cut vegetables or however we want. In here is our dry foods. It's not the best organization, it's just kind of all in there. So, and it kind of holds a lot, but we're definitely hopefully gonna do something else with the van, something a little more functional, I would say. And then if we move on to the actual kitchen, I guess.
Is it broken? This thing is fucking... We're not gonna have this in our fucking van, I'll tell you that. God.
You can't see. So here's our fridge. It's a fairly good size. I don't find ourselves needing a larger space, and I know living in a van is gonna be a lot smaller, so can't really complain. Freezer, same thing, small. Here we keep tea. Dallas has his coffee maker, and we don't really keep anything in these drawers. We had a mouse problem in the beginning, and they accessed those drawers, so we just off the bat decided we're not going to use those. But we do have some plate and cup storage. We just have 2 bowls, 2 plates for each of us. More storage. This is more like Tupperware. I really don't use that too often. But here's our sink, our dish setup. We have just a nice handy tray. We do find that we'd have to do dishes quite a bit just because it's so small that it'll get in your way right away. So it's kind of annoying to have to do dishes so much, but then again, it only takes you 2 seconds to do dishes, so it's not that bad. We have our spices, our crock pot, salt lamp, our oven, which we don't use, a convection microwave. This is the control plate panel, if you will.
Why don't you show us how it works?
Okay, well, I'm sure they don't need to know how it works, but basically you could see your fresh water, your propane, your black tank, and your, oh, we're kind of full, and your gray tank. And you can turn on lights and a water pump all here. And then this can fold down. You could use it as a stove, and you could fold it down as some counter space. Another thing we've noticed is that this space isn't very functional. It might seem like we have a lot of counter space, but there's these cupboards above that you can't really like cut vegetables over here because you have this cupboard right here. So it's kind of wasted space, and so for a van we're probably gonna keep our cupboards high enough that we can actually use the counter space. Let's move on down the hallway. We have some more cupboard space here, nothing too exciting, just some rags and whatnot. We're kind of, another thing we're realizing in a van is we want to build the van around our stuff. Yes, there's a lot of storage here and space, but it feels almost chaotic because
it's just one big open cabinet.
Yeah, a lot of the cabinets are just one big space that we can't really function organize. Maybe if we were going to stay in here longer, we would spend a little more time organizing it. But so if you come right down the hallway, you can enter the bathroom. Bathroom's nice and spacious. Spacious enough. Your basic RV toilet, sink, mirror, shower. We do have some storage under here for some toilet paper and some of my makeup and whatnot. But so you can access the bedroom through here. It also has a door that you can have a little more privacy. Or you can access the bedroom this way if we back it up a little bit. Come down the hallway. And then here's the bedroom. It's pretty nice. We could fit a whole queen bed here, which is very comfortable. And each of us has our own sort of nightstand drawer space, and I have the same over there. We keep a computer up there so we can watch some Netflix when we're going to bed if we want. We have some more closet space there. Another thing with the closet space. Another thing with the closet space is that it's just one big space. So I probably don't need to show you too much, but it's kind of hard to organize. And also I don't like, there's Dallas, I don't like these doors.
The sliders?
I don't like the sliders very much because if things are in 2 different spots, it just takes a lot. It's kind of just all popping out here and not very functional, but do with what you have. And that's our closet. And then as far as the outside goes, we do have a septic tank that we hook up to. We have a water source that we can hook up to, so we can dump our tanks every once in a while and fill them. And then we can briefly show you that.
So if you saw our previous video where we hooked up our septic tank, it's this black pipe running across here, Then we come down to a little universal fitting, and then it goes to this RV pipe which runs under the RV and goes into our septic so we can drain our tanks. And then if we ever wanted to move, we could take this line away and pull it off and drive off. Right over here off the side of this pump house building, we have a 30 amp plug that comes over and runs into our RV so we can run all of our appliances. So we've got a hose bed right here. The hose, we just run over and we fill through the RV right there. And that's how we get our fresh water for cooking and cleaning and the toilet and stuff. But the tank's not super clean, so we tend not to drink that water, and that's why the 5-gallon jug is inside.
Thank you for watching our home tour. I hope it was any bit of interesting to you. Maybe if you're living in a tiny space or not, you can kind of relate or not.
Or if you plan to move into a tiny space.
Yeah, and I think we both just moved back home and are living in our parents' RV. And
well, not our parents.
Yeah, your parents' RV. And I think, you know, some people can look at that as something that's disappointing or not achieving, but honestly, it's exactly what we wanted. It's exactly on the path that we want for ourselves, and it's all about perspective. We're keeping it positive. We couldn't ask for a better home. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Check out some of our other videos if you want. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up. I guess that's the same thing. And thank you to Dallas's parents for allowing us to live here. And that's all I gotta say.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
And if you're just starting your day, have a good one.